Hey y'all, Sean here. So in case you haven't heard, California, and I'm looking at my screen right now, California has raised the minimum wage to $20 an hour. Now I'm gonna share my thoughts on that, and I hope you guys will also share your thoughts in the comment section because this is pretty interesting to me. All right, so just a few years ago, I would say years ago, but it's not that long ago. It's not that long ago where if there's an increase in minimum wage, you'll see the difference, financially or economically in your household. Nowadays, when they announce a minimum wage raise or a raise of the minimum wage, it's almost like you can't even expect to see, a change in, economically in your own, space. And I've been seeing people, I'm gonna play a video for y'all just, in a second. But the thing is, back in the day, you will see, a change financially in your household. And you'll see it, shopping, wherever you're shopping, whether it's groceries, clothes shopping, or anything else. In the culture that we're in right now, it's as if you won't feel the difference because the prices of things have gone up so high that a minimum wage is null at this point. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's nothing, right? And so I remember, a few years ago when, I used to work it's a long time ago, y'all. I used to do warehouse work and so forth. And I remember when we were getting raised, it used to be like 15-cent raise, 20-cent raise. And you're like, wow. And back in those days, this was a while ago. When I say a while ago, it was years ago. I was making $16 an hour. And, since COVID, it's like things just shot through the roof. Even gas prices. They'll tell you gas prices is low, but it's really not low. And this is something I've said before. They increased gas prices so high that when they bring it down a little bit, you feel like, hey, gas prices actually dropped. Let's just say in your city, gas prices were $2.89 a gallon, right? After COVID, as gas prices started to increase, you see it goes from $2.89 to $3 to $3.50 to $3.89 to $4 to $4.25 to $4.50, right? To $4.50. And then they come back a year later and said gas prices are going down. Now it's at $4.25. Now you're looking at, oh man, gas prices are actually going down. Now, if they actually brought it back down to let's just say $3.95, gas prices actually went up. It's a systematic plan. I'm telling you, this is a systematic plan. So they raised it from $2.89 to let's just say $3.95, right? And you felt good about it because it came down from $4.89. Now you feel good about it now that it's at $3.85, $3.95. But really, they raised it on you and you didn't even notice. Didn't even think about it. And that's the chain of thought that we gotta have when it comes to these minimum wage stuff because prices have gone up so bad that the minimum wage at $20 in California. Now, if you've been to California, look, California is expensive. New York City, especially San Francisco. I know New York is expensive, but San Francisco, that's one expensive place, y'all. So that's the thing, is like, did it really go up? Because as far as my standard living of life, I don't see a difference. And I'm speaking for people who are out there not seeing a difference. Let's watch this video real quick and let's see what these people have to say.
For 3 years, Anisha Williams has worked at Jack in the Box, struggling to make ends meet as a single mom in high-priced Los Angeles.
They need to know that their workers are struggling. Some workers are homeless.
That's why today marks a moment she's been waiting for. Anisha is among hundreds of thousands of fast food workers across California getting a raise.
We need this. We need this so bad.
I feel bad for a lot of people out here, man, because you know what? People are really depending on these checks week to week. They're depending on those day-to-day hours. But let me say this. A lot of people out there who are watching this, you got to take these as a learning lesson and start creating something for yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you begin to depend on these companies, guess what? They're gonna treat you whichever way, whatever way they wanna treat you. And this is the thing that I've been preaching. Keep hitting it, keep going after some of the things that you wanna do as a business and pursue those things. I'm compelling everybody right now who's watching this, start trying to begin the process of creating a business for yourself. So you don't have to depend on these companies, because these companies, even though the minimum wage is raised to $20 an hour, guess what's gonna happen? This is for the thinkers right here, the free thinkers. What's gonna happen is they're gonna now release some people, right? Some people are gonna get fired. because they can't afford to pay everybody because of the whole overhead that they're hauling over, over these years. And knowing that, all these taxes that they got to pay in California, look, they're paying some taxes over there. And what's also going to happen is now we're going to see a rise in food. Food costs is going to go up. Jack in the Box, fast food costs, it's going to go up. Those prices are going to increase. Let's watch the rest of this.
After years of protests, restaurant chains with more than 60 locations nationwide must now pay their California employees at least $20 an hour. It's one of the highest minimum wages in the country, and the first time state lawmakers have mandated a minimum wage for just one industry. Supporters say it's time for the billion-dollar corporations to pay a living wage.
How's it going?
Now, I'm going to read from the article right here in front of my screen. So it says most fast food workers in California will be paid at least $20 an hour beginning Monday, April 1st, when a new law is scheduled to kick in. So it kicked in already, giving more financial security to the historically low-paying profession while threatening to raise prices in a state already known for its high cost of living. Man, I see why a lot of people from Cali are actually moving to Nevada and Arizona. Man, let me tell you, the cost of living in Cali, I'm not even gonna say it. Let me keep reading. So it goes on to say Democrats in the state legislature, with Cali is a Democratic state, passed a new law last year in part as an acknowledgement that more than 500,000 people who work in fast food restaurants are not teenagers earning some spending money. This is how bad things are, y'all. And I've been noticing that a lot of adults are now working in fast food places where teenagers used to work. You know what? This is gonna shock you. I remember reading an article back in 2022. It says, how much more will you need to make to live the exact same life next year? And we're gonna go down here, right? So they removed the video from here. It was there and you could have played it. And as you could see right here, it says 2022, Thursday, April 2022. So down here, this is what it said. It says the average U.S. household will have to spend an extra $5,200 this year, right, to enjoy the same standard of living as they did last year. It goes on to say that Bloomberg calculated the soaring cost of groceries, rent, and gas meant the median household would have to spend $433 more each month to afford the same goods and services as 2021. Inflation hit a 40-year high in February as consumer price index rose by 7.9%. Now, how many people can actually say that they've seen an increase of $5,200 on their paychecks? No, not much people could say that. Or let's just say, you will need to spend the average of $433 each month. How many people have seen a raise or an increase of $433 on their paycheck per month? This was 2022. Can you imagine in 2024 right now? That number has gone up. So back then it was $5,200 a year that you have to pretty much make to spend that, right? To sustain that standard of living, right? Now we're in 2024. I'm sure that number went up from $5,200 to probably about $5,600 or $700 because things has gone up so much. If you're getting some value from this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That like button will help this video get out into the recommendations so more people like you can see this video and get some value as well. I say this, right? In 2024, we've been seeing so much happening in this year and, it's election year. So let's see what happens in 2025, 2026, 2027, for the next 4 years after the election is all said and done. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. As usual, God bless.